Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB and today is the 22nd of September 2025 and the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency cards is pretty much the same. And unfortunately, it looks like the FOMC announcement hasn't made an impact on the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So Red September is definitely in rotation for this year as well, isn't it? But we still have a week and over to go regarding the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And let's see guys, maybe Red September is just giving us a start as to what is in store for us towards the final quarter of this year. Because look, as historically 18 months after the Bitcoin halving, the prices of Bitcoin tends to reach a new all-time high, isn't it? And I'm definitely anticipating for history to repeat itself once again. Now, one of the reasons why I'm confident of that is because if you look at the ETF inflow since the last 2 weeks, guys, they have been positive, isn't it? Which just means that the investor confidence is definitely looking positive. So let's see, guys, what happens over the next few days. Now, we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into all of these things. But we are going to kickstart today's episode by talking about the Bitcoin mining difficulty. And a little over 2 weeks ago, guys, I did talk about news regarding Bitcoin mining difficulty, isn't it? And it did reach a new all-time high back then. And right now, guys, after the 2016 block, which is roughly around 2 weeks once again, Bitcoin mining difficulty has surged to a new all-time high once again. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Now look, as Bitcoin mining difficulty at a macro level and bird's eye view definitely sounds great, but it also fuels centralization concerns as well, isn't it? Cause it also means smaller mining firms, guys, they cannot go ahead and withstand the heavy cost that is involved in Bitcoin mining. And because of human greed, a lot of big players, what they tend to do is, they tend to acquire smaller firms, and that does lead to centralization concerns. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Now unfortunately, guys, we have a negative news all the way from European Union. And they have proposed something called as chat control, guys. And this is raising major concerns among privacy experts. So we'll definitely go and discuss what the importance of this news is. Cause this law connected to chat control, guys, would require scanning private messages before encryption. Now one of the reasons why this news is so important is because 15 countries already supporting this, but they are still short of a majority. And now the decision lies in Germany, guys. So could it be possible that Germany bends the knee to chat control that is proposed by European Union? Let's see, guys, how this news unfolds. Now what I'll do, guys, in today's episode, I'll go ahead and explain what this news is all about. And then, guys, I'll go ahead and discuss, can we actually go ahead and use blockchain technology for such cases? Now look, guys, I hate saying this. Blockchain technology can't fully solve the huge chat control issues, but it can offer some alternatives. So I'll definitely go ahead and discuss what role blockchain technology can play into this. But at the same time, guys, I'll go ahead and highlight some of the benefits. But at the same time, guys, me personally, I'm not too optimistic about blockchain technology in such use cases. But I'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. Now, European Union, guys, they have another news connected to Russia. And this is more to do with sanctions, guys. And the European Union, guys, they've announced the 19th sanction package against Russia. And this is purely in response to escalating attacks on Ukraine, isn't it? And looks like now, guys, President Donald Trump is not happy about Vladimir Putin as well. And with one of the interviews with Fox News, guys, he clearly said that he's definitely not happy with Vladimir Putin and what is going on in Russia. Now regarding these sanctions, guys, looks like the cryptocurrency world in Russia will be affected as well. So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. Now the final news, guys, is connected to Gary Gensler, who is the former US Security and Exchange Commission. And he was in an interview with CNBC, guys, where they were discussing President Donald Trump's move. And this is regarding the earnings reports to be done twice a year rather than quarterly. Now in that session, guys, he also gave his stance regarding cryptocurrencies. And what he actually said, guys, is that he is extremely proud of his achievement during his era. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what he's talking about. Cause under Gary Gensler, guys, the SEC did aggressively sue Binance as well as Coinbase. They also launched Operation Choke Point 2.0. And many cryptocurrencies were classified as securities as well, isn't it? And more importantly, guys, under Gary Gensler, we know the collapse of FTX, isn't it? And Sam Bankman-Fried was extremely left-leaning as well. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what he's talking about. So we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover, guys, in today's episode. And like we do in every Blockchain DXB podcast, we will be looking at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news, guys, is in the world of artificial intelligence. And the capital of United Arab Emirates, that is Abu Dhabi, guys, they have launched AI-powered MRI technique, and this is for faster multiple sclerosis diagnosis. Really important news, isn't it? Now look, guys, using artificial intelligence, a lot of these diagnoses will be done much faster, isn't it? So I do think this could definitely be life-saving as well. So I'll definitely go ahead and talk more information regarding this. Now the second news, guys, is connected to Vietnam's digital asset future. And the news is that Bybit, guys, they have signed memorandum of understanding with Abu Dhabi Blockchain Center, and this is to advance Vietnam's digital asset future. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. So we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover, guys, in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor, that is Amana, and they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. So look, guys, whether you're looking into invest in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or mega giants like ADNOC or Salik, Amana puts the financial markets on your fingertips. It includes gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, futures, commodities, and guess what, guys? They have over 375 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. Now for the Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, if you want to go and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, explore Amana's pre-built auto investment plans, and all you have to do is set your monthly budget, choose your preferred asset category, and let Amana automate the investing for you. Zero fees, zero lockups, 100% customizable. And here's the thing, guys, funding your account is easier than ever. You can fund your account with Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, instant bank deposits, and even crypto wallets. No friction and no hassles. And the best part is, guys, let's say if you need support, you would absolutely love Amana for this, because they offer 24/6 human customer service, as well as a personalized sales support, real people, real help, and the customer support is in English as well as in Arabic. And for the Blockchain DXB listener and community, guys, I do have something really exclusive for you. What you can do is register with Amana using the code Blockchain DXB, or you can also use the link that is in the show notes below. And here's the best part, guys. Once you register, fund your account with a minimum of $100 and at least go ahead and make one trade, and then you'll receive a $100 trading bonus credit to your account the following month. But look, guys, it's real important to note, the bonus is non-withdrawable. It is there to help you trade and learn. So look, guys, if you're looking for a transparent, powerful and easy to use app, that's Amana for you. So what are you waiting for, guys? Download the app now, or you can also visit the website, that is amana.app, and don't forget to use the code Blockchain DXB. And Amana, guys, is all markets one app. Next, guys, I'm happy to announce that Blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETH Women taking place simultaneously. And trust me, guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Because for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETH Women event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning, guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right, guys. Palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrency is all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas, and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, guys, is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look, guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, we have something really interesting for you, because you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue, guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen, guys, the code is DXB25, and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount. And the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below, guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025, as well as ETH Women. And look, guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life. So don't just read about it. Be there and head to the website, that is futuristconference.com, and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well. And Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously. And they're focusing on 3 P's. That is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gulf Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform, check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now, guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now, surprisingly, guys, despite the FOMC announcement being positive for the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, the market sentiment has actually gone down. Now, it is still at neutral, but the number associated is 48. And last entire week, guys, the market sentiment was still at neutral, but the number associated was hovering somewhere between 50 to 54. But looks like after the FOMC announcement and over the weekend, the market sentiment hasn't improved yet. But look, guys, the good thing is if you look at the investor confidence in the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, looks like there is definitely some positive momentum, isn't it? Because the ETF inflows combined of Bitcoin and Ethereum today is at $270.4 million. but looks like Bitcoin is taking a massive chunk of it, and the ETF inflows in Bitcoin is at $222.6 million, whereas Ethereum ETF still has inflows, guys, but it is only at $47.8 million, so it looks like the inflows in Ethereum ETF since the last 2 weeks has drastically fallen down. But let's see, guys, what happens over the next few days, and I'm definitely hoping some positive momentum in the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now, that thing being said, guys, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market, it is well above the $4 trillion mark, and right now it is at $4.13 trillion, but since the last 24 hours it is marginally down by 0.2%. And you also need to remember, guys, I'm looking at these numbers in the early hours of Dubai, and technically it is still Sunday in most of the Western countries. Now I'm pretty much sure, guys, by the time you're listening to the episode, the numbers would have drastically changed. And right now, guys, if you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume since the last 24 hours, it is marginally below the $100 billion mark at $96.2 billion. And if you look at the 24-hour volume of decentralized exchanges, today it is at $14.64 billion. And the total fees connected for these transactions, guys, is at $79.16 million. Now, what is really interesting to note, guys, is the total value locked is definitely on an uptrend, and right now it is at $161.27 billion. So it looks like since the FOMC announcement, guys, there is a lot of activity taking place in Ethereum ETF, and maybe even in Solana ETFs and proof of stake related ETF. Because last week, guys, the total value locked was well below the $150 billion mark, isn't it? But looks like since the FOMC announcement, guys, a lot of them are buying Ethereum and a lot of other altcoins and just putting it to the balance sheet, and then they are also becoming validators, because the total value locked has definitely pumped up since the last few days. Now the next matrix, guys, which I personally keep an eye on is the decentralized to centralized exchange dominance, and today that percentage is 42.54%. And if you look at the total value lock connected to real world assets, today it is at $15.60 billion. Now, guys, let's quickly run to the volume of decentralized exchanges, and today, guys, PancakeSwap is at number 1 with $3.67 billion, whereas Uniswap has fallen down to number 2nd and its 24-hour volume is $2.28 billion. Meteor, guys, is at number 3rd and its 24-hour volume is $1.37 billion. Pump is at number 4th, but its volume is below the $1 billion mark at $828.52 million. Radium, guys, is at number 5th and its volume is $804.29 million. Now, one matrix, guys, which I personally keep an eye on is the volume of stable coins, because it does give us a very good assessment as to which direction the prices would be heading towards. And right now the volume of Tether USDT is $83.66 billion. Circle USDC, guys, is at number 2nd, but its volume is below the $10 billion mark. It is at $9.37 billion. And NEFD USD, guys, is at number 3rd with $3.07 billion. Now let's quickly run to the dominance, 24-hour trading volume and market cap of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now the dominance of Ethereum, guys, has fallen down below the 13% mark. It is at 12.70%. Whereas Bitcoin's dominance is also fallen down to 56.40%, which just means, guys, a lot of activity is actually taking place in all coins, and I'm definitely anticipating a lot of transactions taking place in, let's say, in Solana, as well as maybe Binance BNB Coin as well as in it. And because of transactions taking place in other cryptocurrencies, guys, the dominance of Bitcoin and Ethereum has fallen down. And it is needless to say, because of that, the 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin and Ethereum is not looking great. The volume of Ethereum is only at $18.50 billion, whereas Bitcoin is at $22.56 billion. And if you look at the market cap of Bitcoin, guys, today it is at $2.30 trillion, whereas Ethereum's market cap is slightly above the $500 billion mark. It is at $541 billion. Now, every day, guys, in the Blockchain DXB podcast, I tend to look at one new matrix, isn't it? And today, guys, I want to look at something really unique in the world of augmented reality, and I'll run through the top AR augmented reality coins by market cap. And the first one, guys, is Ayuki, but its market cap is only at $103.50 million. The second one is Mossland, and its market cap is $26.34 million. The third one is OVR with a market cap of only $8.5 million. Now the fourth one, guys, is Somnium Space Cube, but its market cap is below the $5 million mark. It is only at $4.42 million. And at number 5, guys, is Period Universe with a market cap of only $1.36 million. Now look, guys, after the whole NFT hype, the entire narrative was metaverse, isn't it? And there were so many metaverse related projects and protocols, but looks like at this point of time metaverse is pretty much dead, isn't it? And going back to 2021, guys, every Friday I used to release an episode called as Metaverse Everything, because the hype regarding metaverse was definitely off the chart. And I'm pretty much sure, guys, keeping in mind metaverse, a lot of the augmented reality coins were created as well, isn't it? But look, guys, there is definitely a possibility for the whole narrative for metaverse to kick in, Cause the world is definitely heading towards an augmented reality world, isn't it? Let's see guys what the future has in store for us. Now guys, let's go ahead and discuss the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And the price of Bitcoin right now is at $115,497. But sadly guys, since the last 24 hours it is marginally down by 0.27%. And since the last 7 days it is marginally down by 0.24%. Ethereum right now is at $4,487. And since the last 24 hours it is marginally up by 0.02%, but since the last 7 days it is marginally down by 2.86%. Ripple XRP is slightly below the $3 mark at $2.98, and since the last 24 hours it is up by 0.16%, but since the last 7 days it is marginally down by 1.89%. Now it's going to be really interesting to see guys if that September is ending in a positive note, because if you look at the Bitcoin mining difficulty guys, it has definitely been reaching a new all-time high, isn't it? Because on the 21st of this month guys, Bitcoin mining difficulty did actually surge to a new all-time high, and according to data from CryptoQuant guys, the network's hash rate is now sitting at a record level of 1.1 terahashes per second. So it looks like the Bitcoin network is ridiculously strong, isn't it? And there is also news circulating regarding Elon Musk guys, who did actually ask Grok to estimate the probability of quantum computing cracking SHA-256, and what Grok actually did reply is, based on the 2025 assessment from NIST, IBM as well as expert surveys, the probability of quantum computing cracking SHA-256 guys is nearly 0% in the next 5 years and less than 10% by 2035. So that's how powerful SHA-256 is. Now regarding Bitcoin mining guys, what miners are essentially doing is, they are finding a unique hash code, which is the output of SHA-256 using Merkle tree. But here's the danger to the adding Bitcoin mining difficulty guys. And as I mentioned earlier, the rising mining difficulty and energy demand are squeezing out smaller miners and even some publicly traded companies. And this guys is fueling a lot of centralization concerns, because what happens guys is a lot of major players in the Bitcoin mining industry, they directly tend to acquire a lot of smaller firms, isn't it? So one of the drawbacks of Bitcoin mining difficulty is that it does raise a lot of centralization concerns. And here's the thing guys, right now governments such as Bhutan, Pakistan as well as El Salvador along with energy providers in Texas are also entering the space using surplus energy or integrating mining into the infrastructure. So it looks like now the states are getting involved as well, isn't it? And when the states gets involved guys, it does give them a significant cost advantage over traditional miners who must pay for energy. So could it be possible the remaining of the Bitcoin mining guys can actually be taken over by the state? I definitely am not anticipating such thing to happen, because a lot of the existing Bitcoin miners guys, they do have a lot of investments right now with them, isn't it? But could it be possible that states make it much more difficult for them to go ahead and mine it? Definitely a possibility. But under the Trump administration guys, he wants to make United States of America the crypto capital of the world, isn't it? And Bitcoin mining is an area he's definitely focusing on. So things are definitely balancing out in my honest opinion. Now guys, let's go ahead and discuss two massive news from European Union. The first one guys is regarding chat control. And the European Union's proposed chat control law guys has raised major concerns among privacy experts. And they are warning it could actually weaken encryption, create surveillance backdoors, and undermine trust in the digital payments. Now regarding the law guys, the law would require scanning private messages before encryption, which critics argue violates European Union privacy rights, and experts are saying that this dangerous precedent could actually lead to misuse and push users to a so-called decent/Web 3 alternatives. And right now guys, 15 European countries are already supporting this move, but they are still short of a majority, and right now the decision lies in Germany guys, because Germany's decision will ultimately determine whether the law passes. And if that thing happens guys, things will definitely not be looking good for citizens from the European Union. And right now there is so much of censorship going on, particularly in the United Kingdom as well. So let's see guys what the outcome of this voting is. Now regarding this news guys, I did read an article, I believe it was via Cointelegraph, that talked about that people will now be switching to so-called blockchain space. But look guys, me personally I don't think so that blockchain technology can solve any of this, because the law that is connected to European chat control issue targets how the platform handles private communication. So I don't think so that blockchain technology can do much about it, but maybe blockchain technology could offer alternatives that make surveillance harder. So guys, I want to go ahead and touch base on 5 areas. The first one is end-to-end encryption by design. The second one is blockchain technology having no central authority. The third one is regarding self-sovereign identity and data. The fourth one is resistance to censorship, and finally limitation guys. Now look, regarding end-to-end encryption by design guys, many Web3 messaging apps like Status XMTP or session, guys, are built with encryption as a default, not an afterthought as such, and since they operate on blockchain or so-called distributed or decentralized infrastructure, guys, there is no centralized gatekeeper that can be forced to insert a backdoor as such, and platforms like T.io by Tether, guys, are also exploring zero-knowledge proof cryptography to make even metadata invisible. And when that thing happens, guys, it'll offer a more private experience than WhatsApp or Telegram. Now, regarding no centralized authority, guys, we know that traditional messaging platforms such as WhatsApp and Signal have central servers that the European Union could pressure into compliance, but so far as distributed or decentralized protocols is concerned, guys, it removes a single point of failure, isn't it? For example, guys, REN's protocol and Farcaster run on decentralized network where no single company can be forced to monitor messages. And even if you look at stablecoin issuers like Tether, guys, they already operate on multiple jurisdictions, isn't it? And that shows how decentralized finance infrastructure can resist centralization choke points. And regarding self-sovereign identity and data, guys, blockchain enables users to own their own digital identity through wallet and decentralized identifiers. And this means that users don't rely on tech giants to store their information. And you have protocols now like Ethereum name services and Polygon ID, guys, that already allow people to manage their own identity securely. And T.io project that I mentioned earlier, guys, they're also experimenting with giving users sovereignty over the data, making it harder for governments to mandate scanning. And regarding resistance to censorship, guys, we know because blockchain data is distributed globally across thousands of nodes, it is next to impossible for regulators or even governments to shut down or censor messages. And distributed storage solutions like IPFS or Arweave, guys, ensures information can't just disappear all of a sudden. But look, so far as blockchain technology is concerned, we also need to remember the whole blockchain trilemma problem, isn't it? Now look, blockchain can definitely raise the bar for privacy. If the law mandate client-side scanning, that is on-device scanning before encryption, guys, according to me, even decentralized platforms could be affected. For example, guys, if the European Union requires scanning at the phone level, apps like Status or XMTP wouldn't be immune as such, isn't it? That being said, guys, privacy-focused protocols like T.io are pushing into advanced cryptography like I mentioned earlier. And if they go and implement zero-knowledge proof, guys, only then we'll be in a position to state that surveillance becomes technically unworkable. So look, guys, in short, the only thing I can say is blockchain and protocols like Tether's T.io, XMTP, Lens and distributed storage systems offer stronger privacy and resilience, but the effectiveness depends on how deep government surveillance laws try to go. And this goes back to network level or device level, isn't it? Definitely powerful information. And I'm really curious to check, guys, how will Germany be voting regarding this? Now, guys, let's go and discuss another news regarding European Union. And this is more to do with sanctions against Russia and the world of cryptocurrencies as well. Now, in the show notes below, guys, you'll see the statement by President von der Leyen. And the statement is on the 19th package of sanctions against Russia. And this is in response to escalating attacks on Ukraine. Now, the new measure, guys, targets energy, finance and military technology, and including for the very first time, guys, there's restrictions on cryptocurrency platforms as well as cryptocurrency transactions. And now with these new sanctions, guys, Russian LNG imports are banned, the oil price is capped lowered, and key companies and vessels also sanctioned. Now the export restrictions hit 45 companies supporting Russia's military, especially in drones. And here's the thing, guys, the European Union also plans to finance Ukraine's defense using immobilized Russian assets, while at the same time coordinating with G7 partners to maintain pressure until Russia negotiates peace. And look, as roughly around 3 weeks ago, President Donald Trump did invite European leaders to go out and decide about these things, isn't it? And after the session, guys, he did actually state, in a matter of 2 to 3 weeks, we'll find out if there's a possibility of a peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine or not. And looks like the deadline is already passed, isn't it? So let's see, guys, what happens regarding Russia and Ukraine. Now, guys, let's go and discuss the final news for today, and that is to do with former SEC Chair Gary Gensler. And he did have a chat with CNBC, guys, and they were discussing President Donald Trump's move regarding annual report earnings. And President Donald Trump and his administration, guys, they're asking for a semi-annual earning report rather than a quarterly earning report. Now, a lot of businesses will definitely prefer the semi-annual earnings report, isn't it? But Gary Gensler looks like he's a massive advocate of quarterly earning report. Now the clip, guys, is roughly around only 6 minutes long, and the host did also ask Gary Gensler as to what is going on in the cryptocurrency world. Now Gary Gensler did not say anything about the current administration as such, but he did actually stress the investor protection should be the prime focus, which does make a lot of sense, isn't it? And he further went on in saying that he was really proud of his achievements, and he also talked about how Sam Bankman-Fried did not work alone, guys. Now one of the reasons why that is bizarre is because Sam Bankman-Fried was donating heavily to left-leaning administration, isn't it? And if I'm not mistaken, he had donated more than $1 billion to the Biden administration. So it looks like he's still proud of his achievements, guys. Now the only thing I can say is under Gary Gensler, guys, the SEC took an aggressive stance on cryptocurrencies, and they were regulating by enforcement, isn't it? And they also sued Binance as well as Coinbase, and many cryptocurrencies were classified as security under his administration. And more importantly, guys, the SEC under Gary Gensler's leadership were working with banks against cryptocurrency firms, isn't it? And they also worked on something called as Operation Choke Point 2.0. So it looks like he's definitely proud of those achievements, which I'm pretty much sure a lot of cryptocurrency firms are definitely not happy about it. And right now, guys, under the Trump administration, the US Security and Exchange Commission, they definitely have a more pro-cryptocurrency approach, isn't it? And a lot of them are definitely fans of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So these were some macro level news, guys, on the Bitcoin, blockchain and cryptocurrency world. Now let's go ahead and look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news, guys, is in the world of artificial intelligence, and the capital of United Arab Emirates, guys, that is Abu Dhabi. They have launched AI-powered MRI techniques for faster multiple sclerosis diagnosis. So let me go ahead and share more information regarding this, because Abu Dhabi-based healthcare institutions, guys, they have launched an AI-powered MRI technique in New York University for Abu Dhabi, Yas Clinic Khalifa City and Abu Dhabi Stem Cell Center, guys. They have collaborated on these efforts, and they have developed a new AI-supported MRI analysis technique called as FlashStar. And what it does is, guys, it helps detect multiple sclerosis lesions more accurately, and it automatically identifies central vein signs, also called as CVS and brain lesions, and tiny vein and lesion center is highly specific biomarker for multiple sclerosis, isn't it? And what this AI does is, it distinguishes true multiple sclerosis lesions from mimics caused by migraines or vascular disease, and it was developed with over 2 years of collaboration translating MRI research into clinical validation. And New York University of Abu Dhabi Center for Brain and Health, guys, provided advanced MRI analysis and applied in Yas Clinic's trial to track brain changes over time. And they also had a project called as Laminate, guys, that applied advanced MRI techniques in clinical settings at Yas Clinic Khalifa City. Now regarding the patient MRI data, guys, it is actually kept securely inside the United Arab Emirates, and tools like FlashStar and Laminate, guys, improve diagnosis, accelerate treatment and enhance patient outcomes. And Professor Osama Abdullah, guys, highlighted bench-to-bedside application of MRI research in real-world clinical use cases. Now look, as this collaboration strengthens Abu Dhabi's role in advanced neurological care and research, isn't it? And according to me, it definitely demonstrates US commitment to local innovation and world-class MRI research to improve patient care. So definitely brilliant news, isn't it? And look, as artificial intelligence merging with healthcare can definitely be life-saving, isn't it? Definitely powerful news. Now guys, let's go ahead and discuss second news, and this is connected to Vietnam's digital asset future. And the news is that Bybit has signed memorandum of understanding with Abu Dhabi Blockchain Center, Da Nang City, and Verichain Network Security. Now we know that Bybit is the world's second largest cryptocurrency exchange by trading volume, isn't it? So this news is definitely massive. And regarding this news, guys, the agreement supports Vietnam's digital asset ecosystem and long-term cooperation. And Da Nang, guys, is a major economic center and now hosts a blockchain sandbox. And the city aims to become an international financial center for finance and innovation. And they also have 3 pillars, guys. The first one is digital asset liquidity, connecting Da Nang with global markets. The second pillar focuses on ecosystem connectivity, linking Vietnam with international finance hubs. And the third pillar is infrastructure security, ensuring a risk-controlled blockchain environment. And the partnership, guys, translates national strategies into local implementation for the IFC. And the Memorandum of Understanding emphasizes mutual commitments, and Da Nang facilitates admin procedures for investment in office openings, and Bybit and partners provide policy consultation on digital asset and blockchain technology. They also share international best practices for regulatory frameworks. And Helen Lucas, who's the co-CEO of Bybit, highlighted Vietnam as a model for digital transformation, and Bybit is committed to supporting Da Nang's vision and building sustainable ecosystems. And the collaboration builds on Bybit's April 2025 engagement with Vietnam's Ministry of Finance, and it is focused on regulatory sandbox initiative with anti-money laundering. as well as KYC safeguards to protect investors. And look, as a memorandum of understanding reaffirms Bybit's role as a long-term partner in Vietnam's digital transformation journey, and the partnership strengthens Vietnam's position in blockchain and international financial innovation. Definitely positive news, isn't it? So these were some macro level newscasts on the Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence world. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. So let's kickstart with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, before we go ahead and kickstart the Ask Me Anything series, I do have some really interesting announcements. The first one is an interesting partnership, and this is connected to Bitcoin events. Now look, as you know that Bitcoin is the king of all kings, isn't it? And the OGs of Bitcoin events, that is Bitcoin Inc., they have a massive event taking place in August in Hong Kong. And guess what, guys? Blockchain DXB is the official media partner for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And this particular event, guys, takes place in August in Hong Kong. And Bitcoin Asia is the region's premier Bitcoin gathering event where builders, investors as well as investors meet. So at this event, guys, expect powerful keynotes, bold conversations, and a headlining session with none other than Eric Trump, and he will be sharing his vision for Bitcoin's long-term potential. And more importantly, he, along with a lot of Bitcoin OGs, guys, they will be talking about the role of Bitcoin in global finance. And at the Bitcoin Asia 2025 event, guys, they will be discussing Asia's massive impact on adoption. And look, as Bitcoin Asia event connects global Bitcoin communities and drives innovation across cultures and markets, from infrastructure to regulations, privacy tools to lightning development, and quite a lot more. And for you listeners of the Blockchain DXB podcast, guys, I have a cool discount code of 10% for you. And the code is pretty simple, guys. It is DXB, that is D for David, X for X-ray, and B for Bravo. And DXB is the code for Dubai as well, isn't it? So what are you waiting for, guys? In the show notes below, you'll see the registration details for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And look, guys, Hong Kong is calling. So be part of the future of Bitcoin. Now the next announcement, guys, is another big one. And this is connected to Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. And Blockchain DXB once again is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Now me personally, guys, I did attend the Future Blockchain Summit going back to 2017. And the fact is, guys, it is one of the biggest, oldest as well as boldest blockchain events in the region. And according to me, as well as a lot of advocates of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, Future Blockchain Summit as well as Fintech Search 2025 is probably the biggest event in the entire world. And this event, guys, takes place between the 12th and 15th of October at the iconic location of Dubai Harbour. So this is going to be the place where blockchain meets fintech to redefine the future of finance. So expect 250 world-class speakers, over 1,200 investors, live demos, product launches, as well as GITEX Digital Assets Forum. And all of this thing, guys, will be under one roof. So you can expect so-called Web3 pioneers to fintech leaders shaping payments, banking, insurtech, AI as well as decentralized finance. And this particular event, guys, brings the entire ecosystem together. This is a launchpad you've been waiting for. And by attending this event, guys, you will be in a position to be in front of top venture capitals, accelerators as well as industry leaders. And for blockchain and fintech companies, guys, this is where connection turns into partnerships and dream turns into reality. And because Blockchain DXB is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025, guys, in the show notes below, you'll see the registration details. And there's a hidden discount code mentioned below as well. So do one thing, guys. Click on the show notes below, get yourself registered, and see you between the 12th and 15th at Dubai Harbour at the Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. I have a question by Janice who asks, how will the US sanctions on crypto platforms impact global cryptocurrency adoption, especially the Russians holding digital assets? This, to be honest, Janice, is such a really interesting question, isn't it? So here's the deal with the European sanctions on crypto platforms and how they might impact global cryptocurrency adoption based on my experience. And I feel that these sanctions aren't just for usual traders or financial restrictions as such, because now they also include crypto platforms and cryptocurrency transactions as well, isn't it? And this, Janice, means that any Russian trying to use certain exchanges or even move funds internationally could actually face limitations. Their accounts could be frozen and maybe even get an outright ban on some platforms. So according to me, for Russians holding cryptocurrencies, this definitely creates a couple of immediate challenges. and I feel that they might have to move their funds to platforms outside the European Union, no? Or use decentralized exchanges and solutions, isn't it? Where there is absolutely no central authority that can go ahead and block the assets. But according to me, that also comes with a couple of risks, because some of these alternatives can be harder to use and less secure, or maybe even subject to new regulations in other countries. So look, Janice, I feel that globally we could see some mixed efforts on cryptocurrency adoption, no? And on one hand, it does actually show that cryptocurrency is becoming a real tool in geopolitical strategy, and that, according to me, could actually encourage adoption in certain places that do actually want financial freedom from strict banking regulations or even political interferences. And on the other hand, Janice, there is a possibility that the sanctions may scare off casual investors or even businesses who don't want to deal with legal and regulatory headaches of moving cryptocurrency across borders. Now, interestingly, Janice, moves such as this can also push innovation in the decentralized sector, and I feel that Russians and even other people who are worried about restrictions might actually turn to decentralized exchanges, maybe even stable coins like Tether or blockchain-based wallets that give them more control over their funds, isn't it? And over time, what I feel is these workarounds could actually make cryptocurrency more resilient and attractive globally, but at the same time, adoption will depend on how easy and safe it is to use these solutions, isn't it? So I do feel that while sanctions may temporarily slow down access to some people, at the same time, I very strongly feel, Janice, they might also accelerate development and use of decentralized platforms, which could actually make global cryptocurrency adoption stronger in the long run. So it is a bit of a push and pull situation, isn't it? Definitely interesting question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything Season Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays we have Blockchain DXB podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the process. We look at the latest technological development. We talk about regulatory updates and geopolitical chaos. We also look at interesting partnerships all over the world. And then we look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. We look at the latest technological developments. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.